This is the Roulette Master, and one of my subscribers, Red, says he has created an unbelievable new roulette system that's making him rich, and he calls this Red's Riches. I can't wait to share with you this new incredible roulette system, and today we're going to put it up in a head-to-head matchup with a system we haven't done in a while. This is Aussie Pete's roulette system, and I can't wait to share that one with you again and see which one of these incredible roulette systems makes the most money in 15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and start on the color that hit last for $10. And you see we have a zero balance. Let's go ahead and spin, and let's see how much we can make with Aussie Pete's roulette system. That is a 0, so we definitely lost the first one. And if you hit 0, you just go up 2 units and you stay on the same color. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we go. I think both these systems are going to make good money today. Let's find out. And that's a 5 red. And we lost, so we're going to go from 30 to 50, and this is a fall of the winter color system, so we're going back to red, and we're going to make some money off of some color streaks, but right now it's just being choppy, so that means it's going back and forth. So we're going to go from 50 to 70. We're currently down $90, but I think it'll come back really quickly here, and here we go. Okay, that's a 16 red. I believe we lost again there. So we're going to go up 2 more units. We'll go from 70 to 90. And watch how quick this turns around once we get a color streak going. I think it'll come right back. And here we go. There we go. We finally got a win on 21 red. So we're going to stay on red, and we're going to go up 1 unit when we win, only to a certain point, which we'll cover in a minute. Let's go ahead and spin. And I think we'll start a red color streak right here. Let's do it. How about that? That's a 30 red. Fantastic. And we're up 30. We're going to now place a $110 bet on red. All right, so you can see this is turning around quickly. Let's get another red here. If we don't get red, we will lose, but we got it. That's a 32 red. And again, anytime you lose, you go up 2 units. When you win, you go up 1. But we just hit a reset goal of $100. So we reset. We go back to $10 on red and spin. So every time you reach $100 profit, you go ahead and just reset. And that's a 7 red. Okay, and you can also do this with smaller amounts. And we're going to go up a unit until we get to $200 profit. So we're going to go, when we win that is, if we lose, we'll go up 2 units. And here we go. Let's get some more red numbers. Okay, we lost that one. That's a 15 black. So we go up 2 units. And we'll go 20 to 40. We're currently up 130. Trying to get to $200 profit before resetting again. And that's a 00. So we definitely lost that one. And when you hit 00 or 0, you just keep the bet in the same spot, and we go up 2 units. So we go from 40 to 60 and spin on black. Okay, here we go. Come on, black. Oh, we lost that one. That's a 1 red. So we go up 2 units. We'll go 60 to 80 and switch back to red. Okay, we're currently only up $30, and let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 21 red. That's what we needed. Okay, so we're going to go up a unit. We're going to go 80 to 90 until we reach our next profit goal. And this will get us there if we, it's hard to believe, but if we get this win here, we'll be at our next profit goal. And we did it. That's $200. How about that? So now we're up $200. We go back to 10. And we're trying to get to 300 now. Let's go ahead and get there. And here we go. That's a 27 red. Fantastic. We'll go to 20. We increased by 1 unit when we win. And now we're going to try to get to $300 profit with Aussie Pete's roulette system. And remember, Red's Riches is coming up. This is going to be a fantastic episode. And I think both these systems are going to make good money. We're not to 300 yet, so we increase again. Now we have $30 on red, and we're taking advantage of a really nice color streak here. And it's continuing. That's a 1 red. And it's so nice when you actually take advantage of a color streak instead of letting it come after you and destroy what you have going on. So that's pretty cool. And here we go. Another red. That's an 18 red. Okay, we just reached our next profit goal of $300. We reset back to 10, and we're still on red. And let's see how long this red color streak lasts. And it's continuing on. Wow, 23 red. So we go to 20. And spin up a unit when we win until we get to our next profit goal. And it finally ended. That's a 35 black. So we go up 2 units. And we'll go from 20 to 40. Okay, we're trying to get to $400 profit now is our next goal. Let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a loss on 14 red. So we go up 2 units. We'll go from 40 to 60. I'm sorry, we'll need to switch to red though back because it's a follow the winner system. So we'll have 60 on red. And here we go. And we got it. Fantastic. That's a 32 red. So we increase by 1 unit when you win. So we'll go 60 to 70. And we're getting closer to our next profit goal of $400. You can also do this with a lot less money. And I'll go over that here in a second. That's a loss. We'll go 70 to 90. And we'll switch to black. We're up 240, trying to get to that $400 profit level. All right, that's a 33 black, and that's a nice win. So we're going to go from 90 to $100 on black. Okay, so we got a $100 bet on black, and hard to believe, but this will achieve a new profit goal if we get a win here. And we did. Fantastic. And let's talk about how we can bet smaller with this if you don't want to bet this much. We're up $430. We're trying to get to $500 now. So we're going to go back to black for $10. And here we go. Okay, that's a loss. So we go from 10 to 30 and switch colors. So if this is a $2,000 bankroll system for $10 units, you can play this same system with a $200 bankroll and dollar units. And that's a $30 loss there. We're going to go to 50 and we'll be on black, follow the winner color. And again, we're trying to get to $500 profit now. So let's do it. That's a 21 red. We lost, so we'll go 50 to 70 and spin. And here we go. That's a 20 black. Okay, we'll go 70 to 90. And we're up to 70. Still trying to get to 500 though. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, that's a 15 black. We'll sure take that. We'll go from 90 to 100 now. Trying to get to 500. We're at 360. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a 17 black. Another win. We'll go to $110 now, up a unit. And we're up 460. This will get us almost to our next goal after this if we get a win here. And I think we did it. That's a 24 black. Now we are up $570 and we're trying to get to $600 profit. So let's go ahead and spin and see if we can get here. That's a 23 red. Okay, we lost, so we switch colors and go from 10 to 30 up 2 units. And we're up $560. Here we go. Okay, nice win, 18 red. Trying to get to 600 now. And we'll go from 30 to 40. Okay, we're up $590. If we get this one, we've achieved another goal of $600 profit. We lost that one, so we'll go up 2 units. We'll go 40 to 60 on black and spin. That's a 21 red. We lost that one. We'll go 60 to 80 and switch back to red and spin. That's a 30 red. That's a nice win. We'll go 80 to 90. Trying to get to 600. We're only 30 away, so hard to believe, but we're going to achieve another goal if we get this one on red. And we did it. That's a 1 red. Fantastic. So a lot of people want to use this with dollar units and a $200 bankroll as well, but we're up $660 doing this with $10 units. We're going to reset. We're trying to get to 700 now, and now we're only $40 away from that. That's a loss on 6 black. So we'll go up 2 units. Trying to get to $700 profit here. And here we go. That's a 23 red. We lost, so we'll switch back to red, 450, up 2 units, and spin. Okay, that's a 25 red. Okay, that's a $50 win. We're going to go to a $60 bet on red and spin. Come Come on, red. We didn't get that one. That's a 15 black. So we'll go 60 to 80 and switch back to black. Still trying to get to $700 profit. We're about $90 away from it right now. And that's a 0, so that's definitely a loss. And again, when you hit 0, you keep the bet in the same spot, but go up 2 units. So now we have a $100 bet on black. And here we go. All right, we got it. That's a 17 black. That's good. So we go up a unit. We'll go to $110. All right, we're up 630 trying to get to 700. And again, it's hard to believe, but we're about to achieve another goal here if we get the win, and I think we did. Okay, now we are up $740 trying to get to 800. And let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 24 black. And that's a win. So we'll go from 10 to 20. We're up 750 trying to get to 800. And cruising right along with Aussie Pete's roulette system. And remember, Red's Riches is coming up next. Can't wait to see how much money we make with that one. And we lost at 20, so we'll go 20 to 40 and spin on red for $40. And here we go. There we go. That's a 27 red. Let's see where that puts us. Okay, we're up 770. We're going to go to a $50 bet on red, up a unit when you win. And this will get us another profit goal if we can achieve this one. We didn't get it. So remember, we're trying to get to 800. We lost, so we're going to go from 50 to 70. And we're up 720. So this will get us pretty close if we get a win here. And that's a 19 red we lost. So we go up 2 units and we go from 70 to 90. And spin on red. I'm feeling a red number here. Let's get it. All right, that's a 30 red. All right, that's a $90 win. Still trying to get to 800. We're going to go from 90 to 100. Up 1 unit, and this will achieve us another goal if we can get a red number here. And we did not. That's a 15 black. So we're going to go up 2 units. We'll go from 100 to 120. Okay, so let's do that, and we'll be at 120 on black. If we lose, we'll go up 2 more units. Well, let's get a black number. And we did not. That's a 5 red. Okay, so now we have to go from 120 to 140, and this is about the most losses that we've had. We're still up $520, and we're trying to get to 800. And here we go. That's a 22 black, and I believe we lost again. So we're going to go 140 to 160, and we're still up 380, but we've had a bunch of losses, and it's getting a little choppy. Let's hope for a black number here. And it's continuing to chop. That's another loss, and we're going to go 160 to 180. And temporarily, we're only up $220. Let's stop the chop right here. That's an 11 black, and it's continuing to chop. So we're going to go from 180 to 200 on black. And this is going to be a good test to see how this comes back right here. Let's stop this madness right now and get a win, and that's a 35 black. That's a win, so we go from 200 to 210. And we're up 240. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. Let's get a black number here. All right, 8 black. Fantastic. Okay, we're up 450. And we'll go from 210 to 220 and spin. Let's get another black number right here. We did it. That's a 29 black. And what I recommend with this system is if you get anywhere back up in good profit after a really bad run when the bets are over $200, you should take a small loss, and we're going to take a little bit of a loss, and we're going to reset with $670 profit. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we go. It's not worth it to place another $220 bet. It would have paid off, but there's no way of knowing that. So we're going to go from 10 to 20 after that win and spin. And we'll just try to get to the next $100 increment. We're still doing really well. That's a 3 red. Okay, we lost, so we'll go 20 to 40. And we're trying to get to $700 profit, which will get us there right here. And the main reason I said that's because we can still get back up to $800 in no time. It's just a lot smarter to reset and try to do it this way. So we're going to go from 40 to 60 and spin. And here we go. So if the bets get huge, use your brain and don't continue on forever with this. If the bets get huge, use any chance you can get to reset. Okay, that's a $60 win. We'll go to 70. Well, yep, we're not at 700, so we'll go from 60 to 70. Let's get another black number right here. And we got one, and that's right at the 15-minute mark. So after 15 minutes, we made $750 profit with this system from Aussie Pete, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And now it is time for the new roulette system of the day, Red's Riches, and I can't wait to see if it can make $750 in 15 minutes. Boy, that's a big hill to climb there, but I'm excited to see if it can, and he says it's incredible. So let's jump right into it and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for Red's Riches, and I can't wait to share this with you. Let's just jump right in and get started, and I can't wait to see how much money we're going to make in the next 15 minutes. So let's place the bets, and we're going to be on opposite color, which is red, for $10, and let's go ahead and spin. All right, this has a very different progression than what you're probably used to, and red says it's making him rich, so we'll find out. And we won that one. We're up $10. We're just going to go on ahead and bet on black for 10 and spin. And here we go. Okay, that's a 14 red. Okay, we lost, so we're going to stay on black, opposite color, and we're going to go 10 to 20. But we're only doing one unit this first time, and here we go. That's a 15 black. And that's a nice win there. We're up $20. So we'll go ahead and switch to red for 10 and spin. And once we have multiple losses, you'll really see the way that he recovers, which is very different than most systems. Okay, that's a $10 loss. We'll go 10 to 20, and we'll be on red. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 9 red. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, and we're up $30, and we'll be on black for 10. But once we go up one unit, that's going to change after we get the first loss after one unit, and that is a win there. So we'll go red for 10, and we're up $40. Let's go ahead and spin. All right, let's see what you got, red, and that is a 0. We definitely lost that one. So you stay on the same color. We'll go up one unit from 10 to 20. Okay, if we lose this next one here, which we did, that's a 22 black, we go up 2 units. So we're going to go from 20 to 40. And we're up $10. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 17 black. Okay, now we're going to go up 3 units. So we're going to go 40 to 70 and spin. And here we go. That's a double 0. Ouch. Okay, so now we're going to go up 4 units. We're going to go 70 to 110. Okay, and you can see we're at minus 100. So this won't get us in session profit if we win. And then I'll share with you what to do next. That's an 8 black. We lost again. So now we're going to go up 5 units. We'll go to 160 on red. And this is about the worst thing that can happen with this system is having a bunch of zeros stacked up with the same color over and over, but we finally got a win. That's a $160 win, and we're at minus 50. So all we do now is we just rebet, but we switch colors. So we're going to go 150 on black, and if we were in session profit, we would have already reset. Here we go. All right, we got it. So that should get us in session profit, and now we're up $100. So let's go back and play opposite color for 10 again and spin. And let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a 36 red. That's a nice win. We'll switch to black for 10. We're up 110. And here we go again. Okay, that's a 23 red. Okay, we'll switch and, we'll stay on black and go up 1 unit. Then if we lose this one, we'll go up 2. And then 3, and then 4, and however many it takes. And then if we get a win, we're going to stay at that bet, but switch colors. So we're going to now be going up 2 units from 20 to 40, and we'll be on black for 40. Let's go ahead and spin opposite color, and here we go. That's a 21 red. That's a loss. So we went up 2 units. Now we're going to go up 3. we'll be on $70 on black. Let's see if we can get a win right here. Okay, that's a loss, 27 red. So now we'll go up 4 units, 70 to 110. And we're at minus 30 until we get the recovery here. And let's see what we get. That's a 36 red. So it's definitely challenging us since this is an opposite color system. So now we're going to go up 5 units, 110 to 160. However, this is not as aggressive as martingaling. So if we get a bunch in a row of one color, we're not going to lose our bankroll. So that's a 17 black. And we got the win. Let's check and see where we're at. We're not in session profit. So we're going to repeat that 160 bet, but switch colors. Let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's an 18 red. Now, if we had lost that one, we recovered. But if we had lost that one, we would have went up 6 units and went to the opposite color. So we're up $180, and we'll go back to 10 on black. And you've seen some really bad streaks so far. Now let's see what happens if we actually get some good runs going here. That's a nice win. We'll switch to red for 10, and we're up 190. Let's go ahead and spin. And you can see how many red numbers there were in a row there, and we still survived with this progression. So that's a nice win. We're up $200, and we'll be on black for 10. All right, here we go. Now we're getting a nice streak going, making $10 per spin. And then we'll switch back to red for 10, and we're up $210. Okay, here we go. That's a 33 black. We lost, so we'll go 10 to 20. Up 1 unit first, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and so on. That's a 36 red. Okay, that's a $20 win there. So anytime you win at 20 or 40, you're in session profit. So we'll be on black for 10. We're up 220, and let's continue to make profit here. And here we go. That's a 6 black. Fantastic win there. We'll switch back to red for 10, up 230. And now we're cruising. Now let's see what we get on this one. That's a 9 red. Okay, that's a nice win. We'll switch back to black, and we're up 240, consistently making $10 per spin. And sometimes on the recovery, you can make a lot more than that, but you'd prefer just to stay at base level and continue to make money. But you're going to make a lot of money also just from 10 to 20 to 40, going up 1 unit and then going up 2 units, and that's a 35 black. And anytime you do that, you're always in session profit, so you restart. We're up $250 so far with Red's Riches. And here we go. That's a 0. We definitely lost that one. So we will go up a unit from 10 to 20. And if you hit 0, you just stay on the same color. So let's do that. And that's a loss on 29 black. So now instead of 1 unit, we go up 2, 20 to 40. And we'll still be on red. And again, if you win at 10 or 20 or 40, you're always in session profit. And that's a 26 black. We lost, so now we go up 3 units from 40 to 70. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll see how long this streak lasts. And that's another loss, 10 black. So now we'll go up 4 units. We'll go 70 to 110. Okay, and we're currently up $110. Let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 14 red. Okay, that's a $110 win. We're up $220. So let's go ahead and reset back to $10. And it's okay to take small losses. You just want to be near session profit. And let's go ahead and we'll be on black for 10. But if you're not near session profit, you repeat the bet and switch colors. And that's a 32 red. But red says you got to use your head also. And part of the reason he consistently wins is because he knows when it's time to play safe and take a small loss. So keep that in mind. And that's a nice win there. We'll switch to red for 10. And almost all the systems that I've seen that have really protected the bankroll have taken small losses at times to reset. And it's just a really smart thing to do. And as long as you're not taking a massive loss, You can take little losses and continually build your profit. That's a 20 black, and that's a loss. So we'll go 20 to 40 and spin. You prefer to win at 10, 20, or 40, and that's a 34 red. That's a nice win there. So we'll be on black for 10. And you know that you're good to go if you win on one of those, because at 10, 20, or 40, you're always making $10 profit. And here we go. That's a $10 loss. And let's see, we'll be on black. Black for 20. You can see the last one was 10. Let's go ahead and spin. And really, you want to reset also if you win at the $70 level, because you're breaking even. So you might as well just reset. You're not losing anything. And then we're going to go up 2 units from 20 to 40. So really, if you win at 10, 20, 40, or 70, you should reset right away. And that's a 17 black. That's a nice win. So we'll be on red for 10. And we're up 250. And I think that's really part of the genius of this is obviously, it does recover if you leave the bet the same and switch colors if you win. But anytime you can reset, definitely do so. So we'll be on black for 10 now. We're up $260. And just continuing to make profit with Red's Riches, and that's a 6 black. That's a win. We'll switch to red. We're up 270. And here we go. Okay, that's a 36 red. Now we're getting back in the groove. Now we'll be on black for 10. We'll take a nice, we're up 280. We'll take a nice stretch of chop here. And that's an 11 black. That's a nice win. We'll switch back to red for 10. We're up 290. And here we go. Okay, that's a 22 black there, and that's a loss. So we'll go from 10 to 20. Up 1 unit, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and 7, however many it takes. Just remember, if you're not near session profit, you keep the bet the same and switch colors when you win. And we'll go 20 to, back to 10. We won that one. So we'll be on black for 10. And we're up $300. Let's go ahead and spin. And we're cruising right along here. And I can't wait to see, after you guys test this out, what you guys think about this one as well. We'll go 10 to 20. And spin. But red says this is incredible and it's making him rich. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the way here. We'll go 20 back to 10 because we won, and we're up $310. And I guess what one person calls rich is different for everyone, or what rich is different for everyone, depending on what your idea of that is. And for some it could be a little, and some could be a lot. So we'll be on black for 10. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. Usually it depends on where you came from. And that's a 28 black. And that's a win. We'll go red for 10. And we're up 330. Then occasionally you meet people that have millions of dollars and they don't think they're rich. They think that because they hang out with people that make billions of dollars. So it's really relative, isn't it? And we'll go 20 now on red and spin. And here we go. And that's a 17 black. And we'll go 20 to 40, up 2 units. And spin. Let's go through this progression again here. And see what we get. That's another loss, 11 black. So we go 40 to 70, up 3 units. So let's do that. And again, even if you win at 70, you break even. So you definitely want to restart right away. Okay, that's a 29 black there, and that is another loss. So now we go up 4 units, 70 to 110, and you can see we have a big black streak coming here. And here we go. This is a $110 bet, and that's a 34 red. Okay, we finally got the win, and we're up $300. So you can decide once you get up $300 whether you can take a small loss like that and to keep going. I would recommend taking a small loss and going forward at $300 profit. So it's very small, so it's not worth the risk of betting another $110. So you'd want to go back to black for 10 and spin, and then just build it up more without the risk of losing a third of what you've won. So that's a loss there. We'll go 10 to 20. Because because you're going to make a lot of money between 10, 20, 40, and then breaking even on 70. And that's an 8 black. That's a nice win. So we'll switch to red for 10. And we're up $310 coming down the stretch here with Red's Riches. And that's a 13 black. That's a loss. We'll go 10 to 20 and spin. And here we go. So it looks like Aussie Pete system's going to win, but this is a really good, consistent system so far. And we're going to be at 40 now, up 2 units on red. So you guys decide which one you like the best, but I just really hope you've enjoyed this so far. And that's a 32 red. And we're coming up on 15 minutes here, so we made $320 profit in this 15-minute stretch with Red's Riches, and both the systems did really well today. Let me know down in the comments which one you like the best, and remember to send systems into roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. We do this every single day in the search for the best roulette system possible, and I love doing it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And if you are, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this channel of people that absolutely love roulette. It's a great community of people, and I think you guys are fantastic. So thanks again, and this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.